Pattaya City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Well, thanks for allowing me to talk again. So again, without prejudice, it's not advice in any way, it's just for entertainment purposes. Alright, so don't take everything for gospel, fill in the gaps. I'll give you enough to make it easier, like 80% easier for when you do rent or buy something. So the question is renting safely in Pattaya, avoiding scams and knowing your rights. A guide to protecting your deposit. Now this can include buying a house or condo or renting a condo. That's a view from my condo. So, okay, that's me, Kelvin. Talking points, getting scammed, yes, that will happen, but we'll try and cover a couple of things to stop that from happening. So verify your agents, because agents aren't always agents. They're friends of friends and all that sort of thing. They're splitting the commission that they're getting. Having a look at the contract. Well, a contract is verbal or written or just a handshake, depends what school you come from. Now, agents, there's reputable agents and registered agents, and there's agents that have other agents working for them. So your line of law suddenly gets blurred. Rental scams. Verify the agent's registration. That should be in the front window or somewhere. There's various ways to do it. If you've got your contract, make sure the shenot is tied to that contract, because otherwise it's not binding. If they refuse to give you the copy of the title deed for your rental agreement or something like that, that's a red flag. Visit the property in person. Don't just trust the contact or the lawyer, just go there. Check agents' review online. Google, Thai visa forums, things like that are usually a good indication that they've been around for a while. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it's a good indication of that. Scams are everywhere. Get used to it. Always clarify the agent's credentials. The shenot should be connected to the rental contract. Go and inspect the condo, as you might find something unexpected. Don't put your deposit down before you inspect. That's crazy. Some people do it and their money's tied up then. That's a big problem. You go to the agent and say, oh, don't worry, it's okay. Might be right, trust me. Really? Don't go there. It's your money. Make sure all the broken things are fixed first, and who is responsible for fixing items like the aircon, the cleaning of the aircon, it doesn't work, electric bulbs and all that sort of stuff. That's got to be written into your contract, your rental agreement. Now, this is a dicey one. Your deposit is being held by the agent or someone to make sure that they're locked in and you're locked in. But if you do it out of sequence, it's a big problem. Now, non-refundable, it should be refundable if either party drops out for a reason that they didn't foresee, force majeure and things like that. Make sure the contract's signed. Some people do handshakes. That's their friend renting to them under the table. Now, if you've got a dispute, you can go to consumer protection. That will cost you less than going to a lawyer. So if you're chasing a refund, like you put down $15,000 for a condo, your legal fees and all the rest of it are going to be more than that. So you go off to the Consumer Protection Board, and they could help you out there. Just put a bit of pressure on the agent. So business-wise, business operators, their deposits are 1 month for 5 properties or more. Don't say this is gospel because everyone's different, right? Private owners, less than 5 properties, up to 2 months negotiable. And these private owners, they might be Thai, they might be foreigners. If they're foreigners, they need a work permit, all that sort of thing. Now, you can have a clause in there, say, get your refund back within 7 days, or post-lease, which means that when you move out, they have to clear the electric bill, all those bills that go with the condo has to be cleared. Normal wear and tear is not part of the equation there. So usually it's about 1 month up front plus the security deposit, maximum 2 months. So if you've got a 15,000 pound condo, there's 30. Be careful as private owners are renting out, and this is business and they need to pay tax and all that sort of thing. So most contract benefits the landlord and refunds. So make sure that if they say you backed out, you lose your money, and then it says that if they back out, they have to refund everything as well. Force majeure is an unexpected one, as we saw during COVID, that all those leases and everything else were just tossed away by the wayside there. Takeaways, insist on a Chinook copy with your lease. Make sure it's in bilingual in your language, or Thai and English, make it legal. Hire a lawyer if you need to review it. So if you're buying a house, like a few million, throw some money at a lawyer to do the due diligence. If you're renting like 15 grand a month, just run it through Google or something. It'll give you the right terms. Report scams to Pattaya Tourist Police. Negotiate a deposit and document everything. Trust no one and forget the Maip and Ryan. It'll be okay. It's not. If it's not in writing, one thing there is, if either party dies, what happens if there's no contract? What happens? I face that a lot with probate. Quick example. In my building in Bamfield 5D, there was some property. She was there like 12 years. She had so many customers. She's a lovely lady, you know. She bought me a bottle of wine, all that sort of thing. She was using power of attorney to rent the properties, to sell the properties and put the money in the bank. Well, she ran off with 40 million and never been seen since. And this was in a corridor near, you guys know where it was, around that area. And it just disappeared, never seen again, with all of that and the paperwork and the contracts and everything gone. Okay, that's short and brief. Give you 80% of what you should be doing to make sure you're covering yourself. If you've got a big contract like a house, come and see me. So we have questions that are sent here, and then I run them past our lawyers. They give me the answers. I make this little presentation and give to you. That's me, yeah. Thank you.
Any quick questions? I have an example. I once lived in Bangkok for a year and a half, and I had to pay 2 months' rent as a deposit, right? The condo, I was introduced to the condo by somebody who professionally, introduced people to condos, so they got 1 month's rent. And when I came to move out, the owner would only give me 1 month's rent, not the 2 months' rent. I guess their logic was, well, we gave 1 month's rent to the guy who put you into the thing. And I just had to walk away.
A while ago.
This is quite a while ago. I don't think there was a consumer protection back then. No. But one time somebody said, might have been at the club years ago, said, you know what you can do is you can say, okay, you kept that money that I put in a year and a half ago, and as if it was yours, did you declare it as income to the government? Because that meant that money was de facto income that you did not declare on your tax.
Yeah.
So if you don't give it back to me, I'm going to go to the tax department and report you for undeclared income.
Yeah, that's why we say negotiate your way out.
There you go.
You can hang that big thing over them, but there's a line between them.
Yeah. Any questions arising from that? You can always talk to me privately after the talk. Anyway, I think these are great things, really, really good things. Right. Well, here's Howard with a question.
Well, it's not exactly a question, actually. It's a practical thing of what happened to me this past week, because I'm looking for another place to move into. I met the supposedly agent there. It was a villa on the dark side. And I said, okay, where's the Chinook? And who is who are you? She says she's the agent, but no certificate or anything like that. And eventually I just walked away because there was no Chinook to say who owns the property.
Yeah, good. That was the red flag part up there. Okay, thank you. Send a question for...
In a surprise thing, John has something that he wants to say.
Young man.
Yeah, I deal with you, and I find you honest and everything else that goes with it. I didn't do check when I bought off plan 2 bloody condos. That was 8 years ago, and I lost £40,000, a lot of money. And all because I believed somebody else who said they were an agent and this was a good deal, and it was, the building was built, but they never finished it off. And I took them to court. That was a waste of time. I would have thrown 150,000 out in the street. So exactly what you're saying, do due diligence and check. Don't make my mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, but thank you for all the talk.
Thanks, John.
Well said, John.
About here for later on.
Alrighty. Thanks again, Kelvin. This is great.